Happy Thursday, everybody. Today is April 13. We had green everywhere, you can see. And if you watched my videos yesterday, I was telling you one indication of this is VIX closed red, SPY was red, triple Qs were red, everything was red. There's a contradiction, okay? Usually when VIX is red, all of the indices are green. You can see what happened today. Everything was green. VIX dumped really hard. That's what we want to see. But yesterday, everything was red, including VIX. So that was a bear trap. And if you listen to me, you survived that and you did not sell your positions and you are making a profit right now. Okay, starting with MES chart, I want to show you something very interesting. This is the prediction I have, which I don't share with a lot of people, but this is what I'm expecting this year, 2023. This is S&P 500 chart. We are here somewhere, so we are right now marching higher. And I do expect to go higher until end of April. Earning season is starting, so I expect a little bit more pump. Earning season is very speculative and people are getting excited and they keep pumping higher. And then mostly big FANG earnings will be ending around end of April, beginning of May. And that's when we will be starting to see dump coming up. Okay, so from now until end of April, I'm very bullish. I'm not selling any of my positions. I will be holding it. And towards the end of April, beginning of May, I will be selling everything. And basically, we will get very close to previous lows here. Okay, so that will be another great opportunity to buy around June. This matches perfectly with our cycle. I'll show you here. This is our cycle chart. Okay, you can see this is our cycle chart. And you can see I'm expecting a dip here. This cycle is coming here. Also, there's another cycle coming here. So I'm expecting this to top out. Although we have this cycle low coming here, but looks like we might have a little bit more downside, but we are very strong. We have a strong bull trend. I think all dips will be bought and we are entering this sell zone. Okay, so my target is around 4,300 by end of April. Okay, and if I go to SPY, I'll show you. Look, I did not change anything. Look, we got the dip and now we are pumping higher. There are some gaps, the gaps here. So I'm looking for 421 and 427 to fill. Okay. And if I go to 1 hour chart, let's see if we made any gaps. We did make a gap and we still did not fill. So now we have one gap here, second gap here, slight gap here. Okay. Around 401, 403 is another gap. And then this big gap, 395. This will be filled. This 395 gap will be filled, but it doesn't need to fill now. Okay, it is possible we can pump higher and then come back later on in June, July to fill this gap. Okay, for now, looking for going into this sell zone and looking to take profits. Okay, now going back to my MES chart, you can see it's between this dotted dash line and then this purple line. So we are in this sell zone, okay, and the sell zone is around now. It keeps changing, and you can see if I zoom out a bit, you can see how nicely whenever we are in this zone, this is a good zone to start shorting slowly, keep taking profits, okay. But you can see we can even go as high as very close to the purple line, okay. So the higher we go, higher is around 43.06, so we should be looking to take profits. And if I zoom out a bit, I can show you here. You can see how high we go, but eventually we never cross this purple line. All right, you can see here never cross this purple line. Let's look at this rotation. Okay, we're getting very close to this 6% rotation. So my rule is from 6% rotation, just looking to take profits. Let's see, this rotation was almost 6%, then a dump. Again, we're getting very close to 6% rotation. This was 7%, so it can go slightly higher, but anything above 6%, you should be looking for pullback. This was 6%, you can see 6% is a very good zone. Here it went to 9%, but so it is possible it can go a little bit more higher. But my point is you should be looking to short now or looking to take profits, but be in mind that it can go as high as 4,300. Okay, so that's what I want to show you, and we'll quickly review Nasdaq very soon. But 4,300 on S&P 500 SPY is around 427. Okay, so we can go as high as that. So be very careful. This is not the time to go long. This is the time to take profits. Okay, if you missed the dip, you should be looking to buy all the dips. Don't look to buy here. Look to buy when we get dips. So if you miss this move, we are very close to the top. So from here, let's say even if we go to maximum 4,300. Okay, so let's see 4,300. We are around 3% move. Okay, so 3% move is left. Eventually, it's going to be filled, and then I will be looking for a dump. All right, so that's my plan. Let's quickly look at VIX. VIX was crushed. If you look at my video yesterday, I said VIX is not able to close above 20. Okay, that's a bullish sign. And look what happened today. We got crushed to 6.66%. Tomorrow is Friday. Usually it's also called VIX Crush Friday. So we could get more dump, and this is a good zone to basically start getting long VIX calls, very high outdated calls. And you can see it can even go below 16. Okay, so this is a very good support, so we can come as close as 16 to bounce, so we can still have some more downside before a bounce. All right, now if April is going to be bullish, we can go even below 16. Okay, and then eventually it's going to bounce higher in May. That's what I'm expecting once earnings seasons are done. All right, let's quickly go to MNQ, which is Nasdaq. Let's quickly look at this chart here. This is my guide for Nasdaq. So you can see now we are above this white line, and the top purple line is around 13,700, almost 13,800. Okay, so I'm looking. You can see what happens as soon as it starts going towards above purple line, it sells. Okay, so if you're watching me regularly, when we were here, we were like a purple line was here. We almost touched it. So anytime we touch purple line, I'll be looking to sell at that time. Okay, so that's my target on MNQ. And this is also we are above yellow line still, so this is a good area to take profit. Okay, so be very careful if you're taking new money long. This is not the time to take new money long. Okay, so if you miss this dip to buy, you can wait till this massive dip which we're going to get in May and June. So look to buy around that. Okay, that will be really nice entry, and then look at all the pump we're going to get towards the September-October time frame. Okay, so that's what my plan is. All right. So let's go to triple Qs, 1 hour chart. So you can see what happened. We created a gap again here. So the gap will be filled. I don't know when. It can fill later on. There's one gap here, another gap here. Two massive gaps are here now. And then also there are some top gaps here. So 321 and 328. Those are my targets for triple Qs to go to exit longs. Okay. All right, so now let's go to US 30, which is Dow Jones. Again, very bullish candle. Looks like we're getting towards the top of resistance. You can see this is resistance here, resistance. So it looks like we're getting now close to this top. So we're getting very close to the top. So again, look to exit profits. Don't be greedy. Don't hold profits for too long. Again, one other thing I want to show you is Russell is soon going to go into this resistance. You can see this is daily resistance. Also, this yellow line is a big resistance, so I do expect a drop. So there is a significant weakness around this time frame here. If you see, so it is possible we are almost getting topping out. So this is going to put a lot of pressure on basically S&P 500. So be mindful of that. So if you're getting any dips, look to buy the dips. Okay, until we close these gaps, I'll be only looking to buy the dips, and once we close this gap, then I will be looking to sell the dip. All right. Okay, all right, so that's now covered. And then let's quickly look at oil. Oil was kind of a little bit downside, but it's a massive gap created here, and this big cycle is coming here. So I'm looking for weakness till 5th of June. So I'm not bullish on energy sector this year because it did really good in bear market. So this year I think it's going to be kind of flat. Okay. And let's quickly go to natural gas. I want to show you very interesting stuff which happened on natural gas. You can see on 1 hour chart when futures pumped on Sunday. Basically last Friday we closed here, and then on Sunday night we gapped higher. Today we came down and we closed this gap. Okay, and also when we closed this gap, we have bullish divergence on PPO. We don't have it. Oh yeah, we do have a little bit of bullish divergence, and then RSI we have a little bit bullish divergence. Okay. So it's looking bullish. Today might be the dip to buy. Okay, and again, long-term chart, I'm thinking a little bit of more pump, then come back again. So it's gonna like chop around here, like what happened here, a little bit more, and then it's gonna eventually pump higher. And then you can see this, once this cycle is done, this is the period of taking a lot of profits and looking to go long here. Okay, but these are all good accumulation levels. Okay, look to buy UNG. I'm not looking to buy BOIL because there's a lot of decay factor and it's high interest. So look to buy UNG or HUN if you want to buy Canadian sector stocks. Okay, let's quickly save this. Bitcoin massive pump again. This is again in resistance zone. Something interesting, it's still not able to cross. Still we have divergence. Okay, so RSI, let's quickly see if I have any divergence. So RSI still have divergence. You can see we're going higher with divergences, and there's a support trend line. So eventually, whenever we come for a down dip, look to buy off this support line, okay? Until this divergence are removed on, let's say, Ethereum, still going very high, still with divergence. Let's see RSI. See, still divergence on RSI, but it's looking at extreme zone, and it's almost at this big resistance. Let's quickly look at Ethereum futures. Was there any gap? Okay, there's this gap around 2636. Looks like you want to go there. Okay, and this resistance zone, it crossed it. So I think we can get rid of this now. Massive resistance is crossed, and now this is a big gap. So it looks like it wants to go to 2636. Okay. All right, and Ethereum futures, same thing. Any dips should be looking to buy. You can buy a trend. You can draw a trend line from here. Okay, you can draw a trend line like this and look to buy on any of these dips on this trend line. All right. Dollar again, I think it got crushed. Keeps crushing. This is the zone I'm looking to buy here. So eventually it's going to bottom around June, July time frame. So I think we have a lot of weakness on dollar coming up. Gold, massive move, keep going high. It's to be honest, it's doing more than I thought. The higher you go, the support can raise higher. But as of now, I'm not looking to go long. I don't see. Do I see any divergence? RSI still has some divergence. You can see we're going higher, but it's still on lower momentum. But PPO, I don't see any divergence yet. Right? Let's quickly look at 1 hour chart. Is there any divergence? You can see even on 1 hour chart we have some divergence here. You can see here, yeah, price is going higher but on lower momentum. PPO and even on RSI has some divergence. Okay, but it's a bullish move, a bullish chart. You can draw a trend line on gold. You can draw a trend line on gold futures and look to buy it on this trend line. Okay, but I'm looking for more downside. I will be buying around 1900. Silver again, massive move. Oh wow, look at this chart. It's doing exactly more than what I thought. So eventually we will have this dip. Okay, I'm not looking to go long. It's too high for me to buy right now, and I don't see any divergence on silver. It's very massive move. Okay, so very good move on silver. And mortgage rates, they were up, and looks like it's just bouncing off this support trend line. Okay, this white support trend line, so it's just bouncing off. I think eventually it's going to drop further as we expect Feds to start holding the rates or start cutting off. So eventually I'm looking for weakness here. All right, bonds, I'm not sure why they are weakening, but as long as it's above this 200 SMA line, I think it's good. So eventually around this 13.022, that will be really good time to buy bonds. All right, gold miners gapped up again today. Another gap created. Okay, looks like it's going in a parabolic move right now. No divergences yet, so everything is looking good for gold miners. Let's see if I can find anything on 1 hour chart. I do see divergence. You can see we're going higher with lower PPO, and RSI has some divergence. So eventually these gaps will be filled. So not looking to go long at this time. Just gonna wait for this dump to happen. I will wait patiently. Okay, not looking to go long at this time on this gold miners. All right. Okay, now let's quickly look at other sectors, which is energy sector. I'm really bearish on energy sector. There are multiple gaps created, so I'm looking for these gaps to fill. All these green lines are gap. My final target is here, so it can happen in June, July timeframe. We will be here, so looking for those gaps. XLU was pretty flat, but it was down heavily at one point, but it found support on this red 10 MA, green 10 MA line. It's going higher. Look to buy dips. All dips look to buy on utility sector. XLV healthcare, I've been telling you guys, buy on this zone. This is not the time to buy. Massive move, no divergences, so it's going parabolic. Eventually now it's like I don't know when it's going to happen. We should be looking for dips, but as of now it looks like RSI is oversold, PPO is oversold. If you bought here, I was telling you guys to buy here, should be looking to take profits here. Okay, let's look at 1 hour chart. Did we create a gap today? Yes, we did. So we have another gap now to deal with on 1 hour chart. It's here. Okay, and then RSI, PPO and RSI have divergence as well. So look to buy the dips. Okay, XLF, no gaps, but I think it's almost towards the end of the move. I'm looking for weakness to happen here. So this time frame in May, looking for weakness to happen. XLI is industrial sector, looking to buy the dips. Okay, whatever dips we get, I'm looking to buy those. Again, as long as it's below this red 50 SMA line, I'm not bullish. This needs to cross above that. And also just getting started. I just got green dot like a couple of days ago. So there could be more upside on industrial sector. Okay. Also, some of the good stocks which are very down. DRE is down pretty heavily, so you can look to buy that. Okay. DRE is good to buy, and also Caterpillar is also another good stock. There's a gap here, so I will be looking to buy on that gap fill around 198. Okay. All right. Real estate was down. But again, gaps are not filled. All these green are the gaps, so look to buy on any of the dump we get to fill these gaps. Okay. Tesla, basically massive move, 3% up today. We filled the gap. We had a gap up. Okay, we had a gap up, and then we came down at first hour, filled the gap. Now we're going higher, finding resistance on this 50 SMA line, red line. And again, there's another resistance zone here, right where it is right now. You can see if I draw a line here, it's not a trend line, but exactly where it is right now. If I zoom in a bit, you can see what's going on. It's right at like here. This is support here, support broke down, resistance broke out, again support, back test, and now we are almost there. Okay, it's not able to close above that, exactly where it is. So it needs to close above 186 to be bullish. Also, there's this trend line coming. Okay, so I would like to see the break of that trend line. Okay, and also earnings is coming very soon, which is next week. So if we dump to the earnings date, we're gonna get a pump. If we pump towards the earnings date, we might get a dump to fill this gap. Okay, so we'll figure it out in a couple of days how this thing closes. Apple, let's go to 1 hour chart. I think it created a gap. Yeah, okay, so 1 hour chart has a gap, still not filled. This gap is filled, so we can get rid of 164. And I think there are still massive gaps towards the top side. So again, yesterday I told you it's closed right on this trend line. If you look at my video yesterday, I told you it's closed on this trend line. This is an ideal time to buy. So if you listen to me, you would have taken 3.5% profit. So again, massive candle. Okay, there are a couple of gaps here, so I'm looking for those gaps to fill. All right, so it's right at resistance. So tomorrow we'd like to see this break. All right. Amazon, again bullish candle. I don't think it closed this gap today. Let's quickly see 1 hour chart. No, there's still this gap here, but there are also gaps. Okay, actually we need to get rid of this. This one is done. We can close this yellow line. So now there's another gap here around 116. Okay, so it is possible we can get a pullback from here before we go higher, or we can go higher and then we get a pullback. Okay, so you guys need to make a decision. I would like to have a pullback and then go higher, but let's see, we can still go higher and then come back during earnings to fill this gap and then go higher. So you need to make a decision on how it's going to be. Google is looking good. Let's see if I think 1 hour chart, it created another gap up, and then there's another gap here still not filled around 108. So looking for all these yellow gaps to fill on Google. All right. Meta, another bullish stock today. Again, let's go to 1 hour chart. Did we fill this gap? Let's see. We still did not fill this gap around 215. So I'm looking for maybe a little bit of dip whenever we get. If not, then we're matching higher, and earnings is coming very soon. So there's going to be a lot of positive feeling about earnings. So people will keep pumping it. Okay. Netflix, again, massive move. Let's see 1 hour chart. If we create a gap, yeah, massive gap again here, massive move. I don't know if there was any news on Netflix today. Beat company guidance. So there's some speculation going on. So I don't know. I don't trust this. But Netflix earnings is coming on Tuesday. So only a couple of days more left. The good thing about Netflix is there's not a lot of gaps down. Major gaps are up. So if earnings are good, we could even open here. So be mindful of that. We could be very bullish move on Netflix. All right, so Microsoft, again, all these tech stocks are here. They're doing really good. No gaps on 1 hour chart. That's good. Actually, we fill this gap, so I can get rid of that. Now there's another gap here on the top, so we'll be looking to fill those gaps. All right. Snowflakes, another 1% move, looking to fill these couple of gaps. Still, this gap is not filled around 146, so eventually looking for some more positive momentum on Snowflake. Nvidia, people keep trying to short. It's still following this trend line, white trend line, right on there around this 20 EMA and on this trend line. So basically, this is support. Not looking to short here, looking to buy. If it breaks, then you can look to short, but as of now, looking to buy, sorry. And then I think these are my upper targets to fill, all right? AMD, again, right around support area, a little bit of downwards pressure, but earnings is coming soon, so we could get a little bit more pump. We are right on support and then a dump later on. Okay, that's it, guys. Please hit like button on your way out, and I really request you to share it with your friends and family so everybody can make money. And have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on Friday. Happy Friday tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.